multiple components. Okay, we created multiple components, and we call that components in the parent component. Okay, we call that components inside the parent component. Okay, sir. Very simple things. Okay, very simple things. React is only developed for our laziness. Okay, only developed for our laziness. We are going to create a component only one time, and then we are going to use this component whenever we need it. Okay, but so many people asked me that, so Bharani, what is the purpose of having a similar components? We need to change the value. Okay, we need to change the value. So today we are going to change the values of the same component. Okay, we are going to change the values of the same component using state and props. So before that, so yesterday I told you that this is the common web page. Okay, this is the common web page. So in this web page, guys, clearly listen. So those who missed the previous day class, kindly clearly listen. Yeah, super. Okay, Barney. So thank you so much for response. So kindly wait. In our previous class, I told you about how the UA is placed. Okay, how the UA is placed. Okay, the value the value returned in our component, the value returned in our component is going to be placed in the index.html file. Okay, index.html file. We are going to place the component inside the index.html file using the main.js, or sometimes it will be denoted as defined as index.js. Okay, this, clearly listen. This is our empty web page. This is our empty web page. The web page name is going to be index.html. The web page name is going to be index.html. Here you can see now the web page is empty. Okay, now the web page is empty. Now what we are going to do is we are going to place the component inside. Okay, place the component inside that empty division with the help of a JavaScript file. Here the JavaScript file is not index.js, it is main.jsx. Okay, yes, we are going to place the app.js inside the HTML file. Okay, inside the HTML file. The file name is, the ID name is going to be root. Okay, the ID name is going to be root, and inside the, okay, inside the root we are going to render the component. We are going to render the component. So this is what we saw in our previous day class, and moreover we can create multiple components. Okay, for example, component 1, component 2, and component 3, and n number of components. There are more than 50, or minimum 50 components will be there when you are developing a huge website. Okay, when you are developing a complete website. Yes. So component 1, component 2, and component 3, and moreover we are going to place those component inside the app.js. So this is called as parent component. So what are the things inside the app.js that will be placed in the HTML? When those things are placed inside the HTML, that will be visible to us. Okay, I will going to run the program. Clearly listen. I'm going to run the program. This is the method to run the program. Yes. So this is the folder where our project is present. Okay, where our React app is present. I am getting inside the React app. The only mistake you are doing, or the only mistake you are doing, or you just run the command in the folder itself. Okay, you just run the command in the folder itself. That is the mistake. Okay, where you need to run the command means you need to navigate inside your React app. Okay, so not going to run the npm run development in the folder. You need to navigate to the React app which you created. Yes. So this is the front end. You need to navigate to the front end React app. Now what you are going to do is you are going to open the command prompt. You are going to open the command prompt. Okay. Everyone doing the mistake like you are only run the command inside the React itself, but you need to navigate for the React app. Okay. So now the command to run our React app is npm run Dave. Okay, so npm run Dave. So now what we are going to do is I'm clicking the enter button. Yes, our command is run and the local host address is the address of our project is provided. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste here. Okay, yes. So this is the this is the project which we developed. Kindly wait. I do some practice today before the class. Okay, yes. I'm going to I'm going to delete this. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the interruption. So before came to our class, I just check the output which I'm going to talk today. Okay, and moreover, where is second.jsx? Don't worry, I will teach you from the scratch. Okay, I will teach you from the scratch. Now, now look this. This is the output. Okay, this is the output which we created yesterday. Okay, okay, Barney. Why do you practice today? Okay, so why do you practice today before the class? Because even I am a developer with 3 years experience, without practice we cannot able to sustain. Okay, without practice we cannot able to sustain, because I'm going to teach you in the live. Okay, so I'm not in the offline, I'm not in the offline, in the online, in the live I'm going to teach. So what if I get a error? Okay, what if I get a error? So I cannot able to spend more time during the live, okay, to clear the error. For the reason only I am going to have a small glance. Okay, so why I am telling you now means, if you need to become a developer, any kind of developer, any kind of software developer, you need to program daily. Okay, you need to program daily. Always clear? So clear means just type I understand Bharani in the chat. Okay, clear means just type I understand Bharani in the chat box. So that's why I am also just have a practice before entering into the class. Okay, yes. So always clear? Yeah, super. So now what we are going to do is, I'm going to, okay, so before, so this is our output. Okay, this is our output. So after the announcement, I will tell you everything clearly. Okay, I hope everyone joined. Always clear now. So now this PPT is can able to understand this slide. Okay, the component one, component two, and component three. So these three components are present. Yes, thank you so much for understanding. I hope you got the idea. Okay, so these three components are present inside the parent component. So present inside the parent component, which is nothing but our app.js. And moreover, this parent component is going to be placed inside the index.html division. Okay, index.html division. That's why we can able to clearly view our three components. Okay, yes. So now, so before entering into our coding part, okay, so before, thank you so much for response, guys. So before entering into our coding part, now what we are going to see is what is mean by state. Okay, in React, state is an object, okay, that holds data or information about the component. Okay, Barney, I cannot able to understand. Kindly listen. Okay, kindly listen. Now we are going to book ticket for movies. Okay, we are going to book ticket for movies. So in the theater, okay, in the theater there are going to be 150 seats. Okay, in the theater, in that theater there is going to be 150 seats. So now the current state. Okay, so this is the object. Okay, this object. The current state is going to be 150. The current state is going to be 150. What if somebody booked the ticket for 7 members? Okay, somebody booked the ticket for 7 members. Now the current state is going to be changed from 150 to 143. Okay, what if another person going to book 20 tickets? Okay, another person going to took 20 tickets. Okay, guys, what is the answer of 143 minus 20? Yes, it is going to be 123 tickets. Okay, so this is called as state. Okay, this is called as state. For example, so you are online, the online letter is called as state. You are offline for 3 hours, that letter is called as state. Okay, so now read this answer. Okay, yes, 123. So now read this slide. Okay, in React, state is an object that holds data or information about the component. For example, your profile name, the Instagram profile name, your bio, everything is a state, okay, until it is edited. Until it's edited, it is your current state. So after edited, it is going to be your previous state, okay? Yes. It is used to manage dynamic change and render the UA accordingly. What is mean by dynamic change? Yes, somebody going to book the ticket, 20 tickets means it is dynamically changing. So somebody is going to book the 3 ticket means dynamically changes at the same time it is going to re-render again in the UA. So only if it is re-render means we can able to see the ticket. Okay, the ticket is available. What if the ticket is booked all? Okay, all tickets are booked. The current state is 0. Okay, the ticket is booked. We cannot able to book the ticket again. Okay, so the state is going to be dynamically changing. Always clear. The state is going to be dynamically changing. At the same time, it is going to render the UA accordingly. Okay. So 150 is going to change it to 143. So 143 is going to change as 123 and then 120 and then 0. So every time the state is changing, at the same time it is also changed in the UA also. When the state changes, the component re-renders to reflect the updated state, the current state and then updated state. The current state is 150, the updated state is 143. The current state is 143, the updated state is 123. The current state is 123, the updated state is 120 and then 0. All guys clear now? So clear means just type state clear in the chat box. Okay, clear means just type state clear in the chat box. So state means, clearly listen, state equal to change within the components. Okay, change within the component. Okay, so only within the component we can able to change the state. Now the second thing is going to be props. Okay, the second thing is going to be props. Barney, what is mean by props? Okay, clear. So state is clear. So kindly hold on. I hope everything will be easy for you now. Okay. So now, what is mean by props, Barney? So props are read only. A component cannot modify its own props. Okay, sir. What is mean by that? So I think in my day one, okay, in our day one, I provide you the in our day one, I provide you a bonus. Okay, inside that bonus, okay, I am the parent component. My just imagine as an example, okay, my mail ID, my Google Drive is going to be the parent component, and your Google Drive is going to be the child component. What I am doing, I am going to share my state from my drive to your drive. Okay, that is called as props. So I can able to delete the, okay, I can able to delete the file from my drive, but you cannot able to delete the file from my drive. Okay, same like that, props are read only. A component cannot modify its own. Okay, yes. So what is mean by props means, okay, what is mean by props means, that is also a state, but transfer from, okay, so transfer from parent to child. Okay, in child component only we can able to use the state, we cannot able to change the state. Okay, but here we can able to change the state and then transfer. I will show you the best example, don't worry. So data flow, props enables a unidirectional data flow where data is passed from parent component to child component. In parent components we done all the edit. Okay, we done all the edit, we done all the state management. Okay, and then we throw the data from parent to child component. So custom attributes. Okay, props can be any JavaScript, it can be a variable, it can be an object, it can be an array, it can be a string, whatever be. Okay, so let us including number, string, arrays and object, anything we can transfer from parent component to child component. So now kindly look into this example, you will definitely get an idea. Okay, definitely get an idea. Yes. So parent component and then child component. Okay, so just imagine your Instagram page. Okay, just imagine your Instagram page. So in our Instagram page there will be at least 3 places where our name is mentioned. Okay, for example, In your bio page, your ID name will be mentioned. In your home page, your ID name will be mentioned. Okay. Same like that, the parent component is going to be your bio page. Okay. The parent component is going to be your bio page, and then your child component is going to be your profile page. Okay. Are you guys clear? Parent component, child component. This is going to be your bio page. This is going to be your profile page. If your bio has ID name as Bharani means the profile name also has the ID name as Bharani. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the state in bio component. Okay, I'm going to change my name from Bharani to CHAN Chan. Okay, I'm going to change my name from Bharani to Chan. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the state from parent to child component using the props. Okay, it is like a property. I'm going to transfer that state from parent to child using property. Now my profile page also changed from Bharani to Chat. I am edited in the parent component and throw that value as a props to the child component. In profile page, I cannot able to change the state. Okay. Now it is clear. So it is clear means just type clear Bharani with one fire emoji chat box. Clearly listen. There is going to be two components. One is parent component, one is child component. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the state in parent component. So from Bharani to Chan, okay, and then I throw the state as props. Okay. Now you can understand this. Thank you so much for response. Clear Bharani and wow Bharani. Okay. Yes. State means change within the component. Props means transfer from parent to child component. Which component going to transfer is parent component. Which component is going to receive is called as child component. This is called as, are you guys clear? So this is called as our state and then props. Okay, I hopefully you have a clear idea now. We will go into our coding part. So no attendance, more than 70% presence needed, that is enough, and 23 days is enough to get a free certificate. So use the same mail ID, join our community group to ask your doubts, and moreover another person, if you have the answer means you can also assist your colleagues. Okay, yes, and moreover this is going to be our day 20. Okay, this is going to be our day 20. Still so many people continuously attending our 30 challenge because of some purpose. Okay, yes, I'm happy to see that. And moreover many of them asking for the intensive again. Okay, so for the reason because you are facing, as I told you before, in the day one itself, yes, sir. The main problem you are going to face is you cannot able to attend the daily classes. You need to have the recorded videos and source code for our, yes, for your glance and then revision. Okay, how many of you agree this? So just type agree Burley chat box. Yes, for the reason only for the needed person. Today the internship is available for you. The internship link will be provided in your WhatsApp community group with the offer price. So kindly click the link and know the offer price. If you are really ready to join me, so you can join the internship. And after payment, kindly wait for the VIP group. And paid members, don't worry. If you paid now means kindly go and sleep peacefully. Everything will be received within tomorrow afternoon. Okay? Yes. As I told you before, you will always have those problems. Okay, yes, I agree, but okay, for the problem only I gave you the solution again. So this is another option. Okay, another opportunity to get the intensive. So because so many people, okay, so many people are benefited by them, I provided you, I have a path, clear path, and I'm going to provide the mental support. If you need me, so you can join now. Yes, always ready. So ready means just type let's go with on fire emoji chat box. Now we are going to see about the value of state and props. Okay, the value of state and props. Always clear? Yes, the offer will be revealed in your WhatsApp group. Okay, so if the offer amount is okay for you, you can join it through that link. Okay, yes, clear. Okay, super. So let's go. Okay, yes. So now before entering into our coding part, what I'm going to do is before entering into our coding part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the first, okay, I'm going to remove the first component and then second component, okay. Yes, the first component and then second component is removed. Here you can see the difference. Okay, guys, here you can see the difference. I'm going to put the control Z. So now the first component, second component, third component. Whenever I'm going to remove the first component, otherwise as I told you before again and again, if you miss the previous class, you cannot able to completely understand the today's class. Okay, so for the reason only, kindly don't miss the live classes. And if you miss the live classes means yes, I provided you the another solution, the intensive that is available today. Okay, yes, kindly focus on today concept. I cannot able to teach you one and only, okay, during the live session. Yes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the first one and then I'm going to remove the third one. Okay, I will tell you why. Okay, I will tell you why. And moreover, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for second dot cs. Okay, I'm going to go for second. Okay, yes, I'm going to go for second dot css and I'm going to style a little bit. Okay, I'm going to style a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the width from 100 to just 40. Okay, I'm going to reduce the width from 100 to just 40 and same like that I'm going to reduce the height from 70 to 40. Okay, 70 to 40 and then what I'm going to do is okay, mm, in our I think okay, not in the app.css. Yes, here you can see. Okay, wait. Yes. Yesterday, using the universal selector, okay, using the universal selector, we changed the using the universal selector, we changed the color and then margin, text align, okay, everything. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the font size from 70 to just 50. Okay, 70 to just 50. Yes. So now it is going to be okay. Now it is going to be our second component. Okay, it is going to be our second component. Okay, done. Yes. And moreover, we can also provide same HTML and CSS. Moreover, we can also provide like so border. So border is going to be 5 pixel. So solid. Okay. So solid at the same time is going to be blue violet. Okay. So border is going to be solid and then blue violet. And moreover, we can also provide border radius. Okay. Border radius is and 50 pixel. Okay. Border radius is 50 pixel. Yes, and we can also provide a 15 pixel border. Okay, so now it is going to be our component. We can also add a axe color. Okay, yes, that will be looking better. Yes, so now we created a component. Okay, now we had created a component and moreover inside this component what I'm going to do is inside this component what I am going to do is I'm going to add an image. Okay, I'm going to add an image inside that component. Okay, I'm going to provide the image tag. So inside the image, okay, inside the image what I'm going to do is I'm going to add like something. We can provide a mm, otherwise a normal HTML CSS. Okay, normal HTML CSS. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select some image. Okay, I'm going to select some image. I'm going to take this image. Okay, so copy image address. Same thing which we done in our previous HTML and CSS code. Okay, I'm going to paste the image address here. Okay, the image is placed here. Okay, then I'm going to place the image address here. And same like that, what I'm going to do is dot main to image. Okay, dot main to image. It is going to be width is going to be 20. We put width. Okay, we can go for 30. Okay, we can go for 30 and then same like that, the height is going to be, sorry for that, height is going to be 30 viewport height. Okay, okay, I can go for a 20 viewport height and 25 viewport height. Okay, yes, this is perfect. Okay, this is perfect, and we can also provide the border radius. Okay, we can also provide the border radius. Yes. So this is going to be our component now. Are you guys clear now? So clear means just type clear by the chat box. So this is going to be our second component. This is going to be our second component. Now what I am going to do is, okay, so now what I am going to do is, I am, okay, we can interchange here. Okay, we can interchange here. Okay. Hmm, 100% zoom. Okay, 100% zoom. So this is going to be our component. Yes, clear. Okay, this is going to be our component one, and we can also provide like 30 is good. Okay, so 30 is good. Okay, so 30 is good. So this is going to be our components. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I need the exact, okay, kindly listen, I need the exact same component but with different name. Okay, but with different name. For example, it is going to be like a, okay, it is going to be like a student component. I need the exact component with same border radius, same width and same height. And the only thing which I going to make changes is, it is going to be like a job seeker and the image is going to be like a job seeker. Okay, the content is going to be like a job seeker and then the image is going to be a job seeker. So now what I am going to do is, if I need a second component, I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste here. Okay, I'm going to paste here. Okay, now we can see that a same component is created again. Okay, same component is created again. So this is the main usage of creating component. But the only problem is, it is looking similar. Okay, it is looking similar. Then what is the purpose, Bunny, for creating another component? For the reason only we are going to, for that reason only we are going to use the props. Okay, we are going to use the props. So clearly listen. So now what I am going to do is, okay sir, same thing. Okay, same thing, we created a function. Okay, we created a function like add value. Okay, we created a function like add value, and inside the function there are so many statements. Okay, like a plus b and a square, whatever. Okay, there are so many statements are inside the function, and the function is going to end. Okay, and inside the function we pass the parameters. Okay, we pass the parameter. Okay, for like a comma b. So these are going to be like, these are going to be the parameters. Now after, okay, after define the function, okay, after define the function, okay, after define the function, what we are going to do? Yes, we are going to call the function. Okay, we are going to call the function. So add value. So instead of a comma b, what we are going to provide? So 5 comma 5. So this is called as, answer is going to be 25. Okay, this is one time. So if I need the same function for the different value, means same thing, what I'm going to do? So add value, the value is going to be 3 comma 4. The value is going to be 3 comma 4. Same thing here also we are going to do. We are going to create a function only one time. Okay, we are going to create a function only one time. If we need second time means, we are going to, if we need second time means we are going to call two times. If we need four time means, if we need four time means, yes, we are going to call it for four times. So that's why React is called as a functional component. Okay, so we are going to write a function one time, we are going to write a component one time, we are going to write a component time, and if we need for different value means, we are going to call the function for different values. Same like that, now we are going to call the same function for different values. Are you guys clear now? So clear means just type wow Bernie in the chat box. Clear means just type wow Bernie chat box. So now same like that, okay, same like that we are passing values a comma b, okay, same like that we are going to pass the values inside the bracket, okay, the parenthesis. Yes, so now it is going to be like props 1 comma props 2. You can provide any name, okay, you can provide any name. For example name, so don't use the actual keywords, okay. For example, you can provide user name, okay, so user name, and then we can provide like user, okay, user image, okay, you can provide like user image URL. So this is called as A and this is called as B, okay, this is called as A and this is called as B, okay. Now you guys clear? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the students and I'm going to call the JavaScript. Guys, the method to call the JavaScript inside the, okay, the method to call the JavaScript inside the HTML tag is you need to use curly brace, okay. For example, this is a JavaScript parameter. It is a JavaScript parameter. To call a job, for example, here I'm going to provide 5 plus 5. So what is the answer of 5 plus 5? Anyone tell me in the chat, okay? What is the answer of 5 plus 5? Yes, definitely 10, okay? Now, look at the output. Yes, the value is going to be 10. The value is going to be 10, okay? For writing a JavaScript inside the HTML, kindly listen. Already, organized. So this is going to be like a simple flow, okay? Already HTML is inside the JavaScript, okay? To write the HTML part inside the JavaScript, you need the empty fragment, okay? Need the empty fragment, okay? And moreover, to write the JavaScript inside the HTML, to write the JavaScript in HTML, you need to have a curly brace, okay? Yes. So just type the curly braces in the chat box, okay. So just give the symbol of curly braces in the chat box. So this is why you can also provide so 10 star 10, okay, the value is going to be 100, the value is going to be 100, okay, the 100 will be presented as a UI, okay. So we need to call a JavaScript variable inside HTML, you need to provide, yes, the curly brace, okay. And moreover, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the user name here, okay. I'm going to call the user name here, and instead of the image address, okay, instead of the image address, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the same thing, okay. I'm going to call the same thing, yes, user image URL, okay, user image URL. Now look into our component, there is nothing, okay, there is nothing. So now what we are going to do is same thing, okay. By replacing a comma b, the value is going to be 5 comma 5. By replacing, yes, comma, okay, by replacing a comma b, the value is going to be 3 comma 4. Same thing now we are going to do is inside the second component, okay, the user name, okay, the user name is going to be student, okay, the username is going to be student. Here you don't need the curly brace, okay, here you don't need the curly brace, because now see the output, it is going to be error, okay, it is going to be error because the student is not declared here, okay, the student is not declared here, okay. So instead of using curly braces, you need to provide the string, okay, you need to provide it, it is like a string, okay. Yes, student. Okay, sir, kindly see the difference. For example, name equal to, Okay, so uname. Okay, username is going to be bha. Okay, username is going to be Bharani. So if you already declare the variable, and you need to transfer it as a proto. Okay, so transfer it as a property. Okay, because it is the current state. Okay, sir. The uname is going to be the state. Now what we are going to do is we are going to transfer this state from parent component to child component. As I told you before, yes. State means change within the component. Props means transfer from parent to child. Okay. The parent component is app.js and the state is Bharani. Okay, uname. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the uname. Okay, transfer the uname from parent component to child component. Now you can see. Okay, so now we can see the first component. Okay, so anyway, we are also going to give username as uname. Okay, username as uname. Now also the output is not visible. Now also output is not visible because here the URL is not set. Okay, here the URL is not set. For example, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the URL. I'm going to paste the image address. Okay, I'm going to paste the image here. Now what I'm going to do is user image URL equal to URL. Okay, user image URL equal to URL. Same like that. User image URL equal to URL. Now we can see the output. Okay, so now we can see the output. So kindly wait. Okay, we done a small technical error. Okay, so wait, kindly wait. User image URL is placed here. Okay, user name is called here. User image URL is called here. So what is the mistake we done here? Okay, so kindly wait. I will going to check the debugging. Okay, I'm going to delete this image. I'm going to remove this here. Okay, I'm going to remove this here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to remove this also. I'm going to remove this also. I'm going to remove this also. Now I'm going to check the output. Okay. Hmm, okay. Done. So now also nothing is changed. Now also nothing is changed. Kindly wait. Hmm, user name is correctly called here. Okay. User name is correctly called here. Okay. It is going to be like a property. It is going to be like a property. And that so uname is here. Okay. Uname is here. Okay. Are you guys clear? Hmm, it needs to send like a okay. So now also the output is not shown. Okay, now also the output is not shown. What is the problem? Okay, let me debug. Okay, let me debug. So what I'm going to do is the second is correctly called. Okay, the second is correctly called here. I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to remove this. Okay. Yes. So second tag Bharani. Okay, so second tag is going to be Bharani. So username h1 equal to username. Okay, done. Okay. Alright guys, the only problem is refreshing. Okay. So everything is correct. Everything is correct. The only problem here is my website is not refreshing. Okay. It is clear. So clear means just type OK Bharani chat box. Clear means just type OK Bharani chat box. For example, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to okay. So now what I'm going to do is okay. I'm going to replace this. Okay, I'm going to replace this with the JavaScript variable uname. Okay, JavaScript variable uname. So now I'm going to look the output. Okay, so something is problem here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this and I'm going to place here. Okay, I'm going to cut this and place here. So now it is going to be a problem. Okay, so something is problem in declaring variable. Okay, something is problem while declaring variable. Okay, so uname is going to be okay. Uname. Okay, so wait, uname is going to be so Barney only. So, but what is the problem? It is the correct procedure. It is the correct procedure. So kindly wait. So now instead of uname, we can provide and check Barney. Okay, instead of uname, we can provide and check Barney. Okay. So now also it is not visible here. Okay, now also it is not visible here. So after deleting this one, yes, it is visible. Okay. So then there is going to be a problem in where we are going to declare the variable. Okay. So that was so this is the way you need to. This is the way you need to check the program. Okay. This is the way you need to check the program. Okay. So now the problem is going to be where we are going to where we are going to declare the variable. So now what I am going to do is I am going to declare the variable inside. Okay. So inside the return. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, I found the mistake. Okay, I found the mistake. Yes, somebody told in the chat box, and moreover, I found the mistake. I realized the mistake. The only mistake we done is we don't declare the variable. Okay, let name equal to let you name equal to. I simply done a mistake. Okay, I simply done a mistake without using the let or constant or variable. Okay, so let you name equal to Bharani Chandra. Okay, let uname equal to Bharani Chandra. Okay, let uname equal to Bharani Chandra. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the string with the JavaScript variable uname. Okay, just JavaScript variable with uname. So now we are going to get the output. So the only mistake which I done here is everything the procedure is correct. Okay, everything the procedure is correct. I forget to mention it as a variable. I simply provide just uname. Okay, simply provide just uname. That's why we cannot able to take it as a variable. Okay, yes. So that's why we cannot able to see the UI. Whenever I'm going to declare a variable using let, it is showing. Okay, same like that. Now what we are going to do is let URL one. Okay, so URL one. Always clear. Let URL one. So here you can going to place the image address. Okay. Yes, kindly wait. So where is going to be your image? I'm going to copy this image. I'm going to copy this image address and I'm going to place here. I'm going to place here. And moreover, everything is correct. Okay, everything is correct. The only mistake I done is not declaring the variable using the let keyword. Okay, not declaring the variable using the let keyword. I hope it will be a good lesson for myself and then a good learning for you. Okay, good learning for you. Yes. So now, this is called as a careless mistake. Okay, this is called as a careless mistake. So now, I'm going to replace the user image URL one with URL one. Okay, user image URL one with URL one. Now we can get a component. Okay, we can get a component. For example, here you can change Barney Chandra to student. Barney Chandra student. So username one, and you need to change here also username one. Okay, same like that. What we are going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste here. The username. Okay, the username two is going to be job seeker. The username 2 is going to be job seeker, and that the URL 2 is going to be another image. Okay, like we can take this. Okay, we can take this image. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy the image address, and then I'm going to paste here. Okay, and then I'm going to paste here. Okay, yes. So this is going to be username 2 and then URL 2. Now we already developed here. Second component. Okay, second component. Now only thing we are going to change here is, okay sir, the first one is 5 comma 5, The second one is 3 comma 4. But same set of program, same set of value going to be written. Okay. Same like that. Here the username 1 is going to be username 2. And then the image URL is going to be URL 2. Okay. Now you can easily duplicate a component with different value. Are you guys clear now? The component is going to be looking same. The only thing which is going to be changed here is the property. This one is called as, okay. So this one is called as property 1 and this one is called as property 2. Now it is clear. So now it is clear means just type clear Barney in the chat box. The only mistake I done is not declaring the variable using the keyword. Okay, not declaring the variable using keyword. For example, we need to, if you need to have a third one also, you can provide like username 2 equal to, okay, you can provide like homemaker. Okay, so you can also create a, sorry for the username 3. Okay, and URL 3 is going to be same like that. You can provide a homemaker. Okay, you can search for the images. Okay, you can take this image. Okay, I'm going to copy this image. Okay, it is not a clear one. Okay, okay, it is a clear one. I'm going to copy this image address. I'm going to place here. Okay, this is going to be our third component with 3 different values. Okay? Third component with 3 different values. Same like that, I'm going to copy the second component. Okay, sir. Now you can able to understand the value of the component. Okay, we created the component for only one time. Only thing we are going to change here is username is going to be 3 and then URL is going to be 3. Okay, yes. So now we can have the output like this. A student component, a job seeker component, and a homemaker component. Same thing is happening in our Amazon also. Okay, same thing is happening in Amazon also. So this is going to be the component one, but the value and the image is going to be different. Here you can see, okay, the same height and width, same image position, component 1. So component 2, component 3, and then component 4. Same thing. We created a component for only one time. We are going to replace the, here you can see same kind of component, 8 components. Okay, the structure and then size, width and style, everything is going to be same, but the value is going to be 8 different properties. Okay, okay, so now we can able to understand the need of components. This clear means just type components super in the chat box. Yes, so we created a component for only one time. We need to use it for multiple times with different value means we can use like this. This is the value of state and then property. So this is the state and we are going to transfer that state from one component to another component as a property. So we can create multiple components like this without the repetition of same coding, without repeating the same function, we can use the function values. Okay, guys, clear? Yes, our class is over. So I hopefully you have a clear idea and then some debugging skills during this class. Okay, the only thing which I made a small careless mistake, I am not going to declare, I not declare the variable using the let. Okay, that is why our output is not visible. And as you asked the coding for each and every day, I provide you the another opportunity, the intensive. We need the recording videos, coding, and then my mentor support, and then the growing community with so many students, job seeker, and then already placed members. Okay, working professional, IT, non-IT, everyone are in our VIP group, our community. Every person's support will be provided for you for a lifetime access. Okay, so many people joined today also. Happily welcome each and every people. And people are going to join afterwards. So kindly hold on the payment page for get your VIP group directly. If you not miss, don't worry, paid members. So go and sleep peacefully. So tomorrow, within tomorrow, everything will be sent to your WhatsApp number. Okay, the payment link will be provided in your WhatsApp community group. So go and check the offer price. If it is affordable for you, you can join with our community. Okay, it's a completely optional one, but it's for the needed one. Okay, yes. So no attendance link, 70% present enough. and 20 days to get your free certificate. So thank you so much, guys. If you have any doubt, please ask in your community group on the day 20. Okay, and in our next day class, we are going to see about React hooks. Okay, we are going to see about React hooks. Yes. So thank you so much. See you soon. Bye bye and happy new year. Okay.